Hello, family. This is your friend Kenisha, and welcome to another episode of TransFormNation Thursday. Remember that on Tuesdays, it's Transformation Tuesdays. It's all about changing ourselves from the inside out and focusing on being better people. And then on Thursdays, we want to take that lesson from Tuesday and then apply it to our lives so we can be an influence on our families, our neighborhoods, our community, our state, and ultimately on this world. So last week we talked about, and I have our title, it says, Let Others See the Real You on last Thursday. And it was all about this notion of reality. And essentially, we want to be people that are authentic. And then on this past Tuesday, we said we want to put guardrails around our character. And guardrails are basically, they're like fences on the side of the road, and they help to protect our cars from veering off. And if we do veer off, they reduce the amount of damage. And so then I go on and I think about our thought for today. And the word caricature popped up for me. And I'll tell you what caricature means. Caricature it's a picture or description or imitation of a person in which certain striking characteristics are exaggerated in order to create a comic or grotesque effect. And I'm sure we've all laughed and seen caricatures of different movie stars and famous people and actors. And so I thought of Michelle Obama. And I was just researching her, and there were several caricatures. And sometimes caricatures can be a little offensive because they're exaggerating your physical appearance. But when I thought of her, I thought about her character and how her character is striking. And she was the first African-American first lady in our country ever. And so no matter what your political views are, whether you agree with her or liked her or not, I think we can all agree that she was a person that was filled with character. And here's what was said about her. It says that no matter what you're thinking, that she was known for strong character and honesty. So today our thought is, it is caricature of character affects your influence. And I'll come back to that in just a minute. So now I want to look at our book, Developing the Leader Within You 2.0 by my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell. And again, a wonderful book. And let's see what it talks about when it talks about our character as well as our influence. It says, to keep myself grounded, this is what Dr. Maxwell said on page 62, I ask myself some questions. Consistency. Am I the same person no matter who I am with? Choices. Do I make decisions that are best for others, even when another choice would benefit me? Credit. Am I quick to recognize others for their efforts and contributions to my success? So then he asks us, where are you susceptible to character pitfalls? What values do you hold dear? What decisions do you need to make before you face temptation? What questions do you need to continually ask yourself to manage yourself? These are some of the most important things as a leader you can do and think about. Because if you keep yourself on the road, remember guardrails, and from going off the cliff, you can continue to lead others and make a difference. We want to influence our world, so we want to have a caricature of our character, which means we want to strengthen and enlarge and exaggerate, but have a good exaggeration of our character. So here's some other things that they said about Michelle Obama that are striking, that represents the caricature of her character. It says this, here's a quote from her. We learned about honesty and integrity, that the truth matters, that you don't just take shortcuts to play by your own set of rules. And success doesn't count unless you earn it fair and square. That to me sounds like a caricature, a blown up expression of good character. Here's something else that was said about her. It says, great leaders are honest about their strengths, weaknesses, and expectations. That's how she was described. And it says authenticity was one of her most valued leadership traits. It says Michelle Obama's success can largely be attributed to her honesty as well as her dedication. So we want to be people of influence. So let's make sure that we have an enlarged portion of our caricature of our character. And then here's our last question. How will the caricature of your character affect your influence on others. Let's go out there and be filled with enlarged characters. Love you. This is your friend Kenesha.